Thank you very much for joining me again. I will be continuing today the FS Academy Interceptor. The last time I did a live, I went over learning to fly, and this was an introduction to the FS Academy Interceptor. And this is an add-on package that's included in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 Marketplace. It's not included in the software. You have to add it from the Marketplace. So once you add it from the Marketplace, you will be able to go over the different lessons. So the last time I went over introduction and turn control, and that was really rather long-winded. So this time, let's go back down. I'm going to go over, I'm not going to go to altitude control or advanced handling. It's just handling the aircraft, something you'll try if you ever get this package. I'm just going to go to the VOR navigation 1, and then hopefully I can probably do VOR navigation 2. But this is a really good tool. As I mentioned before, I've used the other tools. I did the introduction for the FS Academy Interceptor the last time. So I'm going to go ahead and do this one with the VOR navigation 1. So a little overview. The invisible aerial pathways overhead are defined by radio beacons. The cornerstone of radio navigation is VHF omnidirectional range, or VOR. So they are going over here, the CDI bar, which you're going to use to line your position to and from flags. You have the OBS knob, which you're going to be able to use to turn or adjust your direction based on the radial you want to intercept, and to center your CDI or your fly heading. So let's go ahead and start the flight. He's going to go over way much more than I will in the introduction, so let's see what's being covered.
You now have the techniques for the basic handling of the aeroplane on instruments alone. Maintain the straight and level attitude to keep us on heading north and maintain 4,000 feet. We are going to begin to navigate the invisible highways in the sky using radio beacons as your guides. We're going to get to grips with the cornerstone of IFR navigation, the VOR. Using the NAV1 radio, tune in the Jersey VOR frequency 112.2 and make it active. Please maintain 4,000 feet throughout this exercise.
Yeah.
Please maintain heading 360.
360. So he's I'm way off, so I have to climb back up, and I might have to restart this if he doesn't start yelling at me. 360 is what he wants me to maintain, but I have to climb. I'm really low, so so 360, and I am climbing back up to make sure I can about to
Please maintain heading 360.
I'm gonna fail this, honestly. I'm heading west right now.
Maintain 4,000 feet throughout this exercise.
Okay, buddy, I'll do that, but let me line up, please. totally off. Of course, there we go. Going too fast. So that's about the right power setting. Alright, so I finally settled down. And from here, let's see what I'm going to do. Let's make sure. Yeah, totally. Yeah, he told me to 112. So
Please maintain heading 360. Please maintain 4,000 feet throughout this exercise.
okay, buddy. And then I'm gonna swap it.
Now turn on the nav1 audio ident at the top of the radio stack. Please maintain heading 360.
Yeah, that was totally my fault. I flew this so
We've heard
badly.
the Morse code ident for Jersey and can now display on NavAid. You can turn off the ident audio now if you like. The nav1 display has come alive, with the CDI bar deflected to the left. Turn the OBS knob anti-clockwise so that we center the CDI bar with a 2 indication. Please maintain heading 360.
Okay. Oh yeah, I'm way off. And my altitude is all the way off. Don't fail me, please. I have to climb. Alright, 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 alright. Level the wings. I don't even want to look outside because I'm going to get disoriented if I can't. There we go. Climbing back up to 4,000 feet. And set to turn the OBS knob. So, okay. Well, he told me to fly north. So I have to center the CDI. So I have to...
Please maintain heading 360.
Yeah, but I have to center the CDI. As you requested, buddy. Alright, I think what I'm gonna do is use the OBS knob to do that. I don't know where I am right now, so I have to use that to see.
Please maintain 4,000 feet throughout this exercise.
Yeah.
Please maintain heading 360.
is like a roller coaster, to be honest.
Please maintain heading 360.
Yeah, this is really not trimmed, to be honest. There we go. So I'm actually hitting my center (6 degrees). So
Please maintain 4,000 feet throughout this exercise. Please maintain heading 360.
yeah, I will. I'm just trying to center the CDI back to where I need to be. Let's fly level heading here. Yeah, this is a real bad one on my part. I totally did a horrible job.
Please maintain heading 360.
I will once I center this. Yeah, for some reason I might have passed that one. So, oh, I'm way above. I'm so above 4,000 feet. It's climbing.
Please maintain heading 360.
All right, I'm gonna restart this. I feel horrible. I did not do a good job with this one. I'm gonna restart this. I am totally off. Definitely. I have to blame myself for that one.
You now have the techniques for the basic handling of the aeroplane on instruments alone. Maintain the straight and level attitude to keep us on heading north and maintain 4,000 feet. We are going to begin to navigate the invisible highways in the sky, using radio beacons as your guides. We're going to get to grips with a cornerstone of IFR navigation, the VOR. Using the Nav1 radio, tune in the Jersey VOR, frequency 112.2, and make it active. Please maintain heading 360. Please maintain 4,000 feet throughout this exercise. Now turn on the Nav1 audio ident at the top of the radio stack. Please maintain heading 360.
Yeah, for some
The Morse code ident for Jersey I can now display on NavAid. You can turn off the ident audio now if you like. The Nav1 display has come alive, with the CDI bar deflected to the left. Turn the OBS knob anti-clockwise so that we center the CDI bar with a 2 indication.
There we go.
We now see the CDI bar centered and a 2 flag shown on the Nav1 receiver.
Perfect.
The bearing set at the top of the OBS with the CDI centered is the course we can fly to take us directly to the VOR. The bearing at the bottom of the OBS dial is our radial, our relative position from the VOR. We can now determine that we are situated to the southeast of the VOR, around the radial 110. This is only a snapshot of our position, however. Continue straight ahead and watch how the CDI bar moves off to the left. The CDI is now far left. To capture the course to the VOR set on our OBS, we must fly to the left of that course. Turn the OBS again to recenter the CDI bar.
Okay.
Now we have the CDI recentered, the OBS gives us a new bearing to fly. Make a left turn at rate 1 to the course set at the top of the OBS.
West.
We are now flying the course we have set on the OBS towards the VOR.
Okay.
Remember that when we set the OBS to center the CDI, this is only a snapshot. Even during our turn, we have covered ground, so our position is slightly different. Recenter the CDI one more time and make a small turn to this new course at the top of the OBS. Now keep the OBS set as it is and make any small corrections needed to fly towards the VOR by keeping the CDI centered. This will take a few minutes. Use this time to practice the straight and level scan, plus giving attention to the CDI bar following its guidance.
Okay.
For example, if the CDI moves left, we need to fly to the left of our selected course to recapture. If the CDI moves right, fly right.
Alright. Perfect. Now I get it. Yeah, this is pretty informative, and it's very, very good lessons. Hey Krishna, this is Nolinga. How are you? Thank you for joining. I appreciate it. I am trying to follow these directions, so forgive me if I'm such I was not ignoring you, but yeah, just getting it going. Okay, so very cool. I'm glad
We're
to
still a few minutes away from the VOR.
hear you're doing
so
well.
Keep flying straight and level, keeping the CDI in your scan, making small corrections.
I'm going over this
Remember
lesson.
that radials emanate from the VOR. When we track to the VOR on a radial, our course is the reciprocal of this radial.
Very cool.
When flying inbound on a radial, we can convert this radial to a course by adding or subtracting 180 degrees. For example, to fly inbound to the beacon on the radial 090, we would fly a course of 270, similar to what we are currently doing. Or to fly the radial 120
Thank you.
to VOR, we would fly a course 300. We will look at this more in the next lesson. Continue towards the Jersey VOR. As we near the VOR, we will see that the CDI becomes more sensitive.
Alright, I'm lining up. I am below the altitude I should be, so I'm trying to correct that as well. So, okay. There I am, very much close to it. Perfect. It's totally white outside. I can't see anything. So the best thing to do is to focus on the instruments, because this is instrument flying. So I'm totally ignoring everything outside. I'll give you an outside look. Yeah, totally. It's totally blanked out. So I'm totally relying on instruments right now. So I'm flying towards the VOR.
We are now reaching the VOR and will have high sensitivity on the CDI.
Okay.
At this point, we don't chase the CDI needle, as it will begin to make fast and large movements as we cross overhead the VOR.
Okay.
Just continue straight ahead on our course.
Perfect.
Please maintain 4,000 feet throughout this exercise.
Okay, will do. I am above, so I have to drop down a little bit. I have to trim. Perfect. I am too fast also. Lose some power so I can set up a configuration for what I need. So now I'm flying over the VOR. It's moving to the left. I won't chase it, as he says. So right now, definitely
Notice how in the overhead we get large deflections of the CDI and have a period where we have no guidance. This is known as the cone of confusion.
Okay.
Just maintain our course until we reach the other side and our indications return.
Perfect.
Watch as the to flag on the nav1 display changes to a from flag as we pass overhead.
Perfect.
Our to from indication has now changed to from, shown by the white triangle pointing down. This means that we are now tracking outbound from the beacon.
Okay. Perfect.
Continue on this heading, and as we gain some distance from the beacon, the CDI will begin to recenter. after which we can begin to follow its guidance once more. The CDI is starting to become usable again. See how near to the centre it settles, and then smoothly follow its guidance as before. Please maintain 4,000 feet throughout this exercise.
Okay, 4,000 feet. Alright, so I'm at 4,000 feet right now. And I want to maintain that, so...
We will now leave this radial. Please make a left turn to heading 180.
180.
Continue on this heading for a short while. We're going to gain some distance from the VOR and then practice what we have learnt.
Alright.
Please maintain 4,000 feet throughout this exercise.
I totally went around.
Please maintain 4,000 feet throughout this exercise.
I have to maintain. Yeah, this is not the stablest.
Please keep us heading south as we fly away from the VOR.
Alright, let me go back to south.
Now we have some distance between us and the VOR. We will now repeat the techniques we have discussed. Turn the OBS knob to centre the CDI with a 2 indication.
Alright, let's turn the OBS knob to the 2 indication. You want a 2 indication, so... Yeah, this is taking a long time to center it. So there we go.
We now see at the top of the OBS dial our course to the VOR. At the bottom we see our current radial. Turn left to the inbound course shown at the top of the OBS, taking us back to the Jersey VOR.
We'll do that. Uh-oh.
Please maintain 4,000 feet throughout this exercise. Now turn the OBS to recenter the CDI as needed and turn to that updated course.
Okay. So now we're going to center the CDI real quickly.
Please maintain 4,000 feet throughout this exercise. Follow the guidance of the CDI once again and fly us overhead Jersey VOR.
Okay, going over Jersey VOR. Perfect. Alright, we're almost finished with this lesson. At least I'm following along much better than the last time.
Please maintain 4,000 feet throughout this exercise.
The last time was pretty horrible. Alright, I centered it, so... All right.
We will again fly overhead to the VOR. Watch for the sensitivity to increase and avoid chasing the CDI needle.
Perfect.
Please maintain 4,000 feet throughout this exercise.
I will.
The CDI is deflected to the left, so make a turn to the left of our selected course to recapture.
Okay.
As we reach the overhead, maintain your course as your guidance is lost whilst travelling through the cone of confusion. This is the basic technique to find and fly directly towards a VOR station using an OBS.
Cool.
We will next explore the interception of specific radials inbound and outbound from a VOR. Perfectly flown.
Thank you. I appreciate it. All right, so that wasn't so bad. So, yeah, lesson 1. So, all right, so since I labeled this VOR lesson 1, I'm going to end this live, but thank you so much. I really appreciate the time. And, yeah, this was actually pretty informative. And this is definitely something that you would need to practice if you're learning to fly instrument. I mean, or even if you're not even instrument, at some point you will need to fly a VOR even for your check ride, for your PPL. So this is pretty informative, and thank you so much for the likes. Thank you very much for spending the time, and I appreciate it. Thank you so much.